right, let's get a summary of action on the AFEX Commodities Exchange. In the last trading week, there was mixed performances across key indicators. Turnover fell by 84.64% from about 3.58 billion naira to 0.55 billion naira. Volume of contracts traded also fell to about 84.45%. There was a decline in the number of deals traded about 20.67%. Closing at 119 points. The AFEX commodity index rose by 0.10%, closing the week at 480.98 index points, while the AFEX export index performed negatively, falling to 229.60 from 229.85 points. For the volume of contracts traded, there was reduced volume across all commodities. I see some price action now. To price across export commodities, we see sesame, ginger, and wheat maintained 1,247, 923, and 380 naira respectively. Other commodities witnessed mixed performances, with sorghum rising by 4.50% and closing at 274 naira. And soybean rose as well by 0.96%, closing at 322 naira 91 kobo. Paddy rice, that fell by 1.02% and closed at 334 naira 86 kobo. Cocoa, that fell by 0.54% and closed at 2,047 naira 20 kobo. Cashew nut also fell by 0.31% and closed at 607 naira 62 kobo. Across grain commodities, maize also dropped by 0.45% and closed at 246 naira 11 kobo per kilogram. For more, you can visit the website. That's at AFEX there, and you can also follow them on social media. The website africaexchange.com, social media at AFEX Nigeria, and COMEX by AFEX. Let's take a conversation further now. In recent years, the agricultural sector has witnessed significant transformations driven by technological advancements and changing market dynamics. As industry becomes more interconnected and globalized, efficient market management practices become crucial for agricultural businesses to thrive. For more now, let's talk to Stephen Taiwo, analyst, COMEX retail at AFEX. Great to have you on the show.
Yeah, good morning, Ladi. I really appreciate your time. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming. So as the agricultural industry continues to evolve, how can B2B, that's business-to-business adoption, contribute to improving efficiency and streamlining operations within the agricultural value chain?
Thank you so much, Ladi. To answer your question, I think it's really quite interesting that first of all, we are kind of, acknowledging the fact that the agricultural value chain, particularly in Nigeria, is gradually evolving. But despite the challenges, it is very interesting to also know that B2B adoption has the potential for improved communication between business entities. So when I say business entities, you are also considering your processors and other big players within the value chain, and all this leads to, better coordination and also faster decision making. So going further, you also need to understand that B2B adoption within the value chain promotes quality control and traceability, and also B2B adoption kind of increased automation. So all this enables you to understand that for you to play in the value chain very well, you also need to understand that there is some certain standard requirements for the quality of products you are bringing, starting from the equation of commodities, talking about production and talking about processing. And another interesting fact about B2B adoption as regards to our agricultural value chain is the enhanced market access and expansion, and also talking about the improved collaboration among stakeholders within the value chain. But then overall, if you are looking at the B2B value chain within the B2B adoption within the agricultural value chain, you also need to understand that it creates opportunity for a more streamlined and efficient agricultural system, and this often leads to improved productivity and profitability for farmers and other business entities.
And how are you guys at AFEX, integrating B2B management into your operations?
Okay, so One of the ways we've been able to incorporate B2B management into our operations is through the fast adopted digital trading platform called COMEX. So COMEX, our digital trading platform, is specifically designed for the trading of commodities-backed instruments. So this platform allows business entities within the value chain to connect, then also negotiate and then transact with each other. That way, by passing intermediaries. And one fantastic approach in our B2B is that we always encourage other business entities like the brokers, to come on board on the value chain, and then their own focus is to ensure facilitation of trade and also promoting product co-creation. So all this comes together to ensure that we have a robust system in our value chain, and to also ensure that these business entities create products that fully reflect market realities, and also create products that really fit into the investment goal of their clientele. So by fostering collaboration at AFEX Exchange, we also understand the need to help business entities within the value chain that understand the benefits of creating commodities-backed instruments, and then with the aim of achieving economy of scale, reduce cost of production, and also increase profitability, and then thereafter more like enhance market competitiveness.
All right, so many opportunities there, but what are the potential barriers to that, B2B models could face when implemented in the agricultural space, and how can they be mitigated, most of these challenges?
So, so one of the many challenges currently within the B2B value chain as regards to agriculture is the, more like it boils down to the fragmentation of the industry, because we also need to acknowledge the fact that there are a lot of SMEs currently playing within the value chain, and then this is also making it very difficult for us to even establish a uniform standard and even attain streamlined processes in our operations. But then I think one of the ways we can actually improve upon this is to ensure that there's a robust collaboration across the value chain, between stakeholders. That way, we'll be able to establish more standardized processes in our operations. And I think another point that I really consider a barrier within the value chain is in terms of regulatory and legal challenges. So complex regulations and legal framework in the value chain kind of hinders the processes. That we often see within the value chain. But then there are better ways that we can actually mitigate this challenge, and some of these ways involve being in constant touch with regulatory authorities, and also keep advocating for supportive policies and ensuring B2B platforms comply with relevant regulations. So, and I think another last point that I would want to consider a barrier to B2B adoption as regards the agricultural value chain is limited digital literacy. So when I say this, I actually mean some farmers and participants within the agricultural sector and even business entities have limited digital literacy or access to technology, and this is kind of posing a barrier to quick adoption of B2B. But there are better ways we can also try to work around this and mitigate all these factors. So this way to mitigate this particular factor of limited digital literacy is by more like coming up with training programs, and then creating a user-friendly interface which can actually help us to bridge the digital literacy gap, making B2B platform accessible and user-friendly for all stakeholders in the value chain.
Fantastic. So much to unpack there. Thank you so much, Stephen Taiwo, analyst, COMEX, retail at AFEX. Thank you. All right, we'll take a moment now. Business Morning returns in a moment.